Baroness Mone's time is almost up. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the UK government faced significant scrutiny over its procurement processes, particularly regarding the acquisition of personal protective equipment, PPE. One of the most controversial figures in this saga is Baroness Michelle Mone, to rhyme with groan. Baroness Mone, a Conservative peer, rather too hastily ennobled, became embroiled in controversy when it was revealed that she had lobbied for a company, PPE MedPro, to be awarded government contracts through a VIP lane created for expedited procurement by Matt Hancock. Oh, let's get into the stationery cupboard. Haven't done that for ages. And this fast-tracked process was intended to streamline the acquisition of critical supplies during the pandemic, but it led to concerns over transparency and potential conflicts of interest. PPE MedPro, linked directly to Baroness Mone, was awarded contracts worth approximately £203 million to supply surgical gowns and masks. However, significant portions of this PPE were later considered unusable, leading to substantial financial loss for the government. Baroness Mone initially denied any connection to PPE MedPro. However, it later emerged that she had indeed recommended the firm to ministers, a fact she eventually admitted. So not only useless and over-promoted, but also a liar. And this admission was accompanied by broader investigations into her financial interests and potential benefits derived from the contracts awarded to PPE MedPro. In December 2022, it was reported that the National Crime Agency had launched an investigation into the firm's contracts and Baroness Mone's involvement. Additionally, her assets, along with those of her husband, were frozen under a court order obtained by the Crown Prosecution Service. Now, Rachel Reeves, the Shadow Chancellor, has announced plans to appoint a commissioner to recoup billions lost to COVID contract fraud. And this initiative aims to recover approximately $2.6 billion from waste, fraud, and flawed contracts signed during the pandemic. The Commissioner will work with various agencies, including HMRC, the Serious Fraud Office, and the National Crime Agency, to investigate and reclaim funds from fraudulent contracts. Reeves has criticised the previous government's handling of procurement processes, particularly the use of the VIP lane, which she argues led to significant waste and inefficiency. She's promised to treat taxpayers' money with greater respect and to implement stricter controls to prevent such issues in the future. The broader context of COVID-19 corruption involves numerous allegations of misuse of public funds, and the UK government has faced widespread criticism for its procurement practices, with nearly £10 billion spent on unusable PPE. This has highlighted the need for more stringent oversight and accountability in public procurement, especially during crises. Baroness Mone's case exemplifies the challenges and controversies surrounding COVID-19 and the procurement process. It underscores the importance of transparency and integrity in government contracts, particularly when vast sums of money are at stake, when vast sums of public money are at stake. As investigations continue and the new commissioner begins their work, the focus must be on recovering funds and ensuring that such issues do not recur in the future. Then the focus needs to move on to the legal ramifications of taking these people through the courts and punishing them for their misuse of public funds and their public position. And I don't think these people should slide into obscurity just because the past government has been replaced. I think it's important that these people who swanned around on the back of boats in bikinis or swimsuits or whatever it was, taking money from the public purse and producing nothing. This must be seen as wrong. A career in politics should not be an opportunity to line your own pockets. And while that seems to happen after a party has been in power for 14 years, 10 years, 14 years, it seems to have taken root much earlier in this last Conservative Party, but certainly it was well established by 2019, and I don't think it was particularly to do with the leadership of Boris, but he didn't help.